Up next, ladies and gentlemen, we have another startup showcase, and we would like to present GIROPie. I'd like to take the pleasure inviting up on stage Mr. Manjunatha NS, Director of PepperTree.AI, and Mr. Krishna Kumar B, Director. I request you, gentlemen, to come up on stage and please do give them a nice warm round of applause and welcome them.
Good morning, everyone, ladies and gentlemen. Let me take you through one of the India's unique solution, which integrates accounts payable, automates accounts payables and accounts receivables. Can you please the video?
You are a supplier, or manufacturer, or a distributor, or a wholesaler. If you are delivering goods or services on credit terms, managing cash flows can be challenging for many reasons, such as decentralized AR, AP management, inefficient tracking of invoices and bills, unreliable payment collection forecast, managing high volumes of inward and outward payments, digital yet manual payment mechanisms, tedious process of bank and ledger reconciliation, unreachable invoice, bill discounting, and insurance. Finally, relying on fragmented reporting systems affects your company's cash flows, leading you to borrow short-term working capital at higher rates. Redefining the conventional invoice to cash management systems, we introduce GIROPie, significantly enhancing operational efficiency and reducing costs, all while streamlining AR and AP management with a seamless payment system. We enable you to collaborate with your customers and suppliers in real time and manage cash flows, eliminate unintentional payment delays, and significantly reduce your DSO and credit cycle, allowing your team to focus on critical tasks. With a unique pay-by-date system, both seller and buyer see the same invoice. Buyer can schedule partial payments, can reschedule pay-by-date, can dispute an invoice and notify supplier. On agreed due date, seller initiates collection through GIROPie. With an invoice-wise management system and integration with leading accounting solutions, GIROPie achieves up to 99% real-time ledger reconciliation. That's not all. You can secure early cash through invoice discounting and protect your business with trade credit insurance. Do connect and explore.
Yeah. We have developed a unique platform which automates your trade credit invoice collections, basically. We connect both buyers and sellers in the platform, and we automate the credit invoices, especially for the B2B segment. It's a B2B payment platform, very, very large, untapped market for the automating the collections. And we developed the system so that the buyer and seller will come to the platform and set a pay by date, and so that if there is no dispute between a buyer and seller, the payment will be debited to buyer and it will be credited to the seller. And one of the unique value-added services we have added is trade credit insurance also to mitigate the risk of any bad debts. And for the early payments, a bill discounting or working capital solution can also be availed from our platform. So, as I said, a buyer and supplier will come to the platform, and if there is no dispute between a supply, whether it is a material or a services, the payment will be debited to the buyer and credited to the suppliers. But we are not disturbing a relationship of a buyer and seller, where a dispute or a reschedule or a partial payment can also be done by a buyer to the seller, which will mitigate 100% of unintentional delays of payments and can mitigate the risk of intentional and monitor how it can be improved with data. So the USP of solution is to reduce at least 5 to 10 days of DSO of any organizations, so that it will give you at least 10 to 20% of additional sales or a free cash flow for any organizations. And reduce the shared invoice, which actually will mitigate the risk of reconciliations. 99.9% we can reconcile with the account receivables and payments whenever it is collected. So, any questions we can?
Thank you, Manjunath. So we look at the entire Indian ecosystem as such, MSME. What we see is the mid segment is the backbone, we keep saying, but at the same time, while the government is trying to infuse cash flows into the ecosystem, you know, how long we will give a child a walker to walk. So at some time they have to self-sustain. So in that ecosystem, if you look at it, the receivable and payable management, there is many holes in the operations within the SME segment that today in India we don't know exactly what is the true cost per invoice that organizations are spending. So focusing on that, if you look at it, it is anywhere between 300 to 800 to 1,000 rupees per invoice that organizations are spending, whether it is receivables or payable management put together. So this is where GIROPie comes in, which automates the entire invoice to cash workflow with embedded finance solutions, where we are collaborating with respective partners in the industry, NBFCs such as that. So this is where the entire ecosystem comes in within the mid segment of the market, where we can reduce the operational costs of the organization, which is pretty much unknown in a way in Indian market. Yeah, I think the Western world has that ecosystem available, that data available. But yeah, I think this is what we are trying to, bring a disruption in the market in a way. But yes, I think penetrating SME market, as we all know, is yet difficult. This is what we stand with today, and any questions we are glad to answer.
Hi, Pratyush here. I have two questions. One is it linked to the Bharat Connect platform which the BBPS runs, or is it standalone?
It's a standalone solution. We have not connected with the Bharat Connect. Most of these Bharat Connect solutions are B2B sector. What we have done is we B2B, which like a value chain from manufacturing to the distributor, distributor to retailer. This is the chain we are addressing right now.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
your
is
second
it,
question.
entire accounting software also, or no, for accounting you integrate with others?
Yeah, we integrate with the accounting software. We pull invoice data and we process the payment and push back the UTR or the payment and reconciliations basically. Whatever invoice to the payment, the reconciliation, BRS basically will be done from the back end.
Okay, thank you.
Do we have any more questions? Please do raise your hand. We can have a microphone sent over.
Thank you.
Thank you.